Hey, Stampers, it's Judy Klock here coming to you today for a lesson at lunch, but surprise, today we're live. My husband had a training class last night on the computer, and by the time it was over, he was down here in the basement. By the time it was over, it was just really too late for me to do a video. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to take a break and go live tomorrow. So we're continuing on kind of our goodbye tour. Today I wanted to highlight Nuts About Squirrels. It's a really cute, fun, playful stamp set. I'm really sorry to see this one go, but it's a lot of fun. It will bring a smile to your face. And we're going to do a fun fold that's going to be so quick and so easy that really anybody could do it. So it's just basically kind of like a big Z or a reverse Z fold. And we're just going to have two other pieces of cardstock and a piece of designer series paper. We're going to stamp our fun little squirrel and punch them out with that new 2 3/8 of an inch circle punch. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing I want to do is I want to stamp on here. I want to stamp happy birthday. And I'm going to use two colors today. We're going to use our Cajun Craze, but we're also going to introduce the new pecan pie. And I don't know if you know this, but on the back of all of these are some labels that you can use to identify your inks. So you'll see it'll be pecan pie in different languages and then just a plain one. So the one that says pecan pie, I'm going to put right here on the front. Okay, just like that. So that when they're in my storage bin, I can see at a glance what their names are. This other solid piece, I'm going to open it up. And this little piece kind of goes right here in this well. Now, I've been working on my new stamps, my new ink pad. So as you can see, my fingers are very, very inky today because I've been working on my new stamp pads. All right, so that's where that goes. So when it's open, you know, sometimes when they're open, it's hard to tell what colors are what because you can see here. So this will tell me at a glance, oh, that's Cajun Craze and that's pecan pie. So now that we've got our inks ready, let's go ahead and get started. I do have my Stampin' Pierce mat because I have our photopolymer or clear stamps. Now, someone asked me, why do you use the mat? Because unlike the red rubber stamps, the photopolymers don't have that cushion built in. So by using this Stampin' Pierce mat, it kind of gives you just enough of a cushion that you're going to get a nice clear stamp. So let's put that aside. Now let's work on our, and you know what? I think I stamped the wrong one. No, I didn't. Did I? No, I have another piece here that I need to, I left it on my work table. We're going to use this to stamp our squirrel. And now for this one, I'm going to use the retired Stamparatus. I am really going to miss this tool. It's one of the best tools we have. And I am very sad that it is gone. But alas, it is. So let's go ahead and get started here. Remember, don't let those magnets touch. If those magnets touch, it's not good because they're really strong. I'm going to move this down just a bit because I want to make sure that I can get it in my punch. Okay, let's not quite there. All right, that's perfect. So I'm going to ink up the squirrel outline with our pecan pie. Okay, and we're going to stamp him down. Now I've got another stamp on the other side. All right, so now we've got him. Let's stick with our pecan pie. Now I'm going to ink up this, and I've got that little top to the acorn that I'm also going to use with our pecan pie. Let me move him. I don't need him there anymore. All right, there we go. Let's make sure. All right, now we've got our pecan pie. I think I didn't get all of him down, but there we go. Let's go on to our squirrel. Well, we got the acorn body up first. So let's go ahead and stamp up our acorn body. Okay, there we go. Just a tad off on the acorn. All right, let's flip this over. I don't know why it's so wet. Okay, now we're going to make sure that we've got this squirrel body. Yep, that looks pretty good. let's go ahead and I'm just going to tap, tap, tap the ink right on my stamp that's on my Stamparatus. I am going to put him down and press him. And there we have our perfectly inked little squirrel. Let me close this up. Okay, let me close up my actually, I'm going to close up my Cajun Craze. All right, now we're going to punch out this using the new, this is the new 2 3/8 circle punch. This is an online exclusive only, but it's a great little punch to have in your stash. I'm just going to kind of punch him out. Oh my goodness, that went flying. All right, now we're going to stamp hey there. And this is going to be stamped in our pecan pie. And we're going to stamp it a little bit on an angle. Okay, a little bit on an angle just to make it fit. Hey there. Okay, now we're ready to assemble our card. We've got all our stamping done. Now let's assemble it. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is we want to stick the happy birthday on the inside. And I'll show you, you'll see the reason for that in just a minute, because it's going to make a difference when we put on our outside pieces. So this piece of of Very Vanilla, this is 3 3/4 inches by 5 inches. My card base is a standard 8.5 by 5.5. I've scored it at 2 1/8 and 4 1/4. Don't worry about these measurements because I am going to do a corresponding blog post, and I'll post the link later on today. So I'm going to put some adhesive on the left side. Okay, it's going to end up being the left side of our other piece of cardstock. This is also 3 3/4 by 5. Now I wanted to cover it up exactly over this white piece on the inside. So I'm going to kind of lay it down on the right side, making sure I've got that covered. And now I'm going to lay it down on the left side. Okay, so right now you can't see that Very Vanilla piece on the inside, but when you open it, obviously it's there. So now we're going to add our designer series paper. This is, I think, the Flowers and More. This is a host only special in the mini catalog that is retiring at the end of April, May 2nd. May 1st will be the last day to order from the mini catalog because the new annual catalog will go live on May 2nd. So you have until May 1st to get this DSP. Then we're going to add some dimensionals to our little squirrel. But you see how quickly this card came together, despite the fact that I threw my punch and dropped everything. One of those days, folks, one of those days. All right. I'm going to just add our little thing down here. Remember, our sentiment is on an angle, so we want to put him so his little feet are sort of on or level. And then I'm just going to finish this off with a couple of our champagne rhinestones. These also are retiring. So if you like the champagne rhinestones, go ahead and get them now before they're gone. Tomorrow, the 19th of April, it's free shipping on orders of $75 or more. So if there's anything you want, now is the time to stock up. Because as I mentioned in my email, I think it was last week, our prices are going up a little bit with the new catalog. Unfortunately, like every other business out there, Stampin' Up! Was faced with increased production costs. So they had to, raise their prices. Not much, really not much. Something's not going to go like from $5 to $10. It's not that crazy. It might be like $5 to $5.50. So it'll be a small increase. And that is it for our little it's really like a 5-minute birthday card. I've been on here for 9 minutes and we did a lot of chit chatting and we got our card done. But Nuts About Squirrels leaving us. Champagne Rhinestone Jewels leaving us. Pecan Pie ink is new. It's just coming in May. I like it. It's a nice soft brown, a little bit lighter than soft suede, but I think you'll like it. All right. That's it for me. Have a great I can't even talk. Have a great rest of your week, everyone. I'll see you next week. Bye.